Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the government scheme session. The scheme that we're covering today, it is Atal Vayo Abhyuday Yojana. So this scheme has been in news for quite a long time now, and frequently it is in news, and that is why we can understand why it is important from the examination point of view. And we are going to cover all the components that are under it and the important dimensions. And what was the news, everything we are going to cover. But before starting, here's an announcement for all the aspirants who are preparing for central regulatory bodies. We have come up with one-stop solution guide to all the queries that you might be having regarding the organization you would want to join. For example, if you want to know about RBI, NABARD, SEBI, what does it actual role is in India's economy, right? So everything you can find in these books. Apart from that, what will be your role as a manager or assistant manager in the organization, that has also been comprehensively covered. Along with that, what is the recruitment process? So how many phases are there? What is the pattern of each phase? What are the previous year trends of cutoff? What is the syllabus? Everything has been mentioned in a detailed manner in these e-guidebooks. So if you are new, so do not miss the opportunity. You can download these e-guidebooks free of cost from the link that is provided in the description box below. So that is all about it. Now let's move ahead and look at the syllabus. See, in ESI we talk about social security, right, in India, and all the social issues, basically economic and social issues we address. And this particular one which talks about taking care of the senior citizens, so it is also part of our social issues, and that is why it is an important scheme. Okay, and if you look at the news, so it's been constantly in news for the welfare schemes of senior citizens. So it is a very important scheme, welfare scheme for senior citizens. So you can look at 21st March 2023, 29th March 2023, 14th March 2023. So it means it is being frequently in news, and that too in a detailed manner. So there is no specific changes or current development that has occurred, but we know if any scheme is frequently being in a detailed manner covered in PIB, it can be asked in the examination. All right. So that is why we are going to touch this topic, and also one of the reason is because one of you has asked me to make a scheme on it, right? So let's start with the session, and it talks about the Atal Vayo Abhyuday Yojana. Abhyuday, again, it means rise prosperity, and here under this particular scheme we are touching the section of the society that is now if we talk legally, which is now able to do work. So we know who are the senior citizens. So 60 and above people, they are considered as what they are considered to be the senior citizens, right? So this particular scheme is for the welfare of them. Okay, and what are the things, now let's understand. But before, yes, this scheme was known by some other name. What was it? So initially when the scheme was launched in 1995, so there was a scheme was launched in 1995, and it was national action plan. So there was a national action plan for senior citizen that was launched in 1995. So again, this touched about the various difficulties that the senior citizen would have to face. All right. Then what happened in 2021, there was some reframing and renaming of this scheme was done, and then it was named to Atal Vayo Abhyuday Yojana. Okay, I hope there's no confusion in that. So it can be asked in your examination, what was initially Atal Vayo Abhyuday Yojana known as? Okay, in that case you should know it was National Action Plan for Senior Citizen. Now see, this is an umbrella scheme. Okay, what does it mean? It means that there are various schemes that are under this and which cater some different objectives. Okay, we are going to touch everything, but let's start with the basics. So the launcher of this is 2021. We will say 2021 because we are talking about AVYAY scheme. Okay, that is why it is 2021. And when we are talking about welfare of a particular section of the society, then which ministry can be take the lead of it? See, the scheme, it falls under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. By focusing a particular section of the society, by thinking about them, we are talking about the social justice in the country, in the nation, right, and empowering them also. So that is why the scheme will come under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So what is the aim? So aim we have already understood, that is to take care. Now if we go in specific detail, it will take care of the top four needs of the senior citizen. Now what could be the top four needs? Of course, to have a financial security, right? Once you have become old, once you have crossed that working employee age, then you want to have some financial security, right? So first is this. Second is talk about food. You would want to because you are not working, you might don't have money, not even money, or even your body is not is not that capable of making food for yourself, right? So food is another important need which everybody along with the senior citizens have: their healthcare and human interaction, life of dignity. Of course, uh, if you have become old, still you would want to live in a group, you want to live in a society, right? Because you have always been part of it, now you don't want to get excluded. So taking care of all these things, the with these aim, the AVYAY scheme was launched. And there's one more there are some other details also to it, and it also includes the facade of protection. So it's not just about providing what they need, but there are some things that we should actually provide to them. For example, we should provide them with protection, we should provide them with security, right? And their general well-being, okay, of the elderly beginning. And how this can be done, how can they be protected, how can they be respected, that will be done by we have to sensitize the new generation, we have to sensitize the society that even though now the senior citizen may not directly help us with the work, may not directly help us with the financial security, but still we have to take care of them. This will be done by creating awareness with the new generation that is coming, and to sensitize them so that they actually respect and take care of the elders, right? So these are the two aims. So one, taking care of what the needs of the senior citizen is, and second is to make sensitizing people for the senior citizen, okay, so that in the future we have a good society where everybody is helping each other and we are respecting the senior citizens, okay, once they cannot take care of themselves. This is a center sector scheme, okay. Coming to the next component, so see, now there are 6 important components. We are going to look at them one by one, but currently I'll just brief what we are going to do in complete or cover in this particular lecture. First talks about the integrated program for senior citizen, and this is the one which is more frequently in news, this scheme, this component, I would say, than the rest of the components. So when I say cover all the components, I would suggest that go a little bit deeper in this particular one. So it talks about integrated program for senior citizens. So basically under this, what will be done, old age homes that will be created, and the ones which are already created, that will be taken care of, means they should run in a good condition. So basically here for senior citizens, home will be made so that they have a proper place to live, they can live with dignity. That's what we discussed in aim also, right? Second, talk about the state action plan for senior citizen, okay. So now in this one, what is the basic idea is that, see, in every state there will be different ratio of senior citizen, right? And they might be having some different needs. So what if in a particular place some facility is already provided by the state, right? So that is why the state action plan for senior citizen, it means that the state have this liberty to create a plan according to which suits best in their state, okay. So this is the one, and this will not discuss in detail because this is the general idea, because every state will have their different norms, so there's no use of studying them differently. Next is Rashtriya Vayo Yojana. So under this particular scheme, the medical aids are provided to the senior citizen. And what medical aids? The physical medical aids. For example, the senior citizen, they have problem in walking, so providing them with the walking stick, right? Or there are other details also, we'll just look at it, but the basic brief I'm just giving to you, okay. Next is livelihood and skilling initiative for senior citizens, okay. So what does it mean? See, it does not mean that if somebody has crossed 60 years age, then that person is good for nothing, or they cannot do anything, right? It's just a age that we have decided, government has legally decided that, okay, above that the body, it starts to slow down, right? So that is why we have decided this age, but it does not necessarily means that no above a person above that cannot do anything. That is why there are some skill initiatives also that are being offered to the senior citizen, that even if they want to help, even if they still want to continue with the job, of course they can't continue with the previous job, but yes, if they want to do something, so they can do, and there are some provisions under this particular one, under this particular component, okay. And next we have under this, so we have two, senior able citizens for re-employment in dignity, okay. So it has an abbreviation as well, that is SECRET. Another is National Action Group at Social Reconstruction, okay. So this it is AGRASR group, okay. And basically this is what these group is, you can call it to be elderly self-help groups. We have already understood self-help groups, what are these? So these are the you can say individual person, they come together, and especially we have seen this in the rural areas for the women category. So women, they come together, they club their money, and they can start a new business, and the government, they back up for the loaning also for the SHGs, and they have some various financial assistance also provided to them, so that they can start some entrepreneur or some business of their own. Okay, so these two will be provided under the category of livelihood and skill initiative for senior citizen. I want to tell you one thing, see, in examination, especially RBI, NABARD, if you're preparing for, and even for UPSC, EPFO, any examination, the full forms can also be asked. So this sacred, AGRA, SAR, you should be well pretty much aware of the full form of it. Okay, these are very important. I want to say very important things. All the full forms are very important. Next component is promoting silver economy. Okay, promoting silver economy, it basically means to boost the economy, taking consideration of the senior citizens as well. Okay, what is it under it? I will just tell you when we'll reach to that slide. Channelizing CSR funds for elderly care. So we know every company which is making some profit, so they have some corporate social responsibility towards the society, where they have to invest some amount of their profit to develop the society. So there are some provisions for the elderly care as well. We'll just look at that. And the last one is a scheme for awareness generation and capacity building. Now this one will touch the aim of sensitizing the people, right? And so there we have training, awareness, sensitizations, and also setting up of national helpline for senior citizen. So there's a national helpline number also. I have not added because that won't be asked in examination. Okay, but that is available till 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. There the senior citizen, they can call, they can ask their doubts, even if they feel lonely or they have some emotional they are not emotionally well, they can talk to people, they can share if they are being abused in the family. So everything they can share in the national helplines. Okay, so we have understood the component. We'll just look at thoda thoda sabke bare mein dekhenge. First one is integrated program for senior citizens. So we have understood under this the homes, the old age homes, these care homes will be formed. So here the government will give the 100% of the project cost. Okay, and see, first of all, who will make these houses? So these project can be taken up by anybody, any NGO, any government related body, any private body. Okay, so that's not the issue, but somebody if volunteering and they have a proper prototype and project that they want to implement, government will provide with the 100% of project cost. Okay, they just need people to actually work, and they are providing the financial assistance, okay, for running and maintenance of the following projects. Okay, so 100% of project costs are given for what? For running and maintenance of the project. Okay, अब ये कौन-कौन से projects हैं? So this is the list. Okay, these are the 6 list. अब यहाँ पे क्या है? Basically we are talking about senior citizen homes. Now there is some category that have been specified by the central government. Now what are the category? For example, if we look at senior citizen home for 25 destitute means poor, very poor. Okay, senior citizen to provide food care and shelter. It means that if some organization is focusing on senior citizen homes, will make the homes and run and maintain it for which category? For the destitute senior citizen to provide food care and shelter. And what is the number, that how many at least should be placed, the senior citizen should be placed, that is 25. For that government will provide the support. Okay, similar we have for 50 elderly women as well, those who are under Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana. This now Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana, it means actually this focuses on developing the village. Okay, so even if women they are coming under this, they will be included under this particular category also. Okay, apart from that, see, there are some old age, there are some senior citizens who have Alzheimer means when you forget, not the normal thing, but yes, you actually forget what actually your brain, it starts removing the memory. Okay, so all these are your Alzheimer. Okay, so and those who have such problems, so for such citizens also continuous care homes will be formed for such citizens. Okay, and the minimum of 20 senior citizens will be placed in such continuous home cares or home cares for senior citizens. ठीक है, जिनको एल्जाइमर वगैरह है. देन मोबाइल मेडिकल यूनिट्स विल बी देयर, सो दैट इन आइसोलेटेड एंड बैकवर्ड एरियाज इफ सीनियर सिटीजन नीड एनी हेल्प, सो दे कैन गेट दैट. फिजियोथेरेपी clinics will be set up for senior citizens. Okay, for a minimum of 50 senior citizens, means whenever these clinics will be made, these will be made as such that minimum of 50 citizens can come there. Okay, and regional source and training centers will also be formed, and this will monitor of everything, of networking, of training, capacity building, for taking care of the senior citizens and everything. Okay, so this will be taken care by regional source and training center. Now next we are talking about the component Rashtriya Vayoshree Yojana. In that we have understood about the providing with physical assisted devices. Okay, to provide aids and assisted living devices. Now these devices will help for with what? For example, walking sticks, okay, elbow crutches, walker, tripods, hearing aid, wheelchair. I hope you have an idea whatever physical problem a particular senior citizen might face in their old age. All these things, for all these things assistance will be provided, devices will be provided. Okay, and this particular scheme, it was revised, okay, in 2020-2021. And what was the revision done? So see, initially this was only for the BPL category, but then what they have decided, they have decided to expand this criteria. And now if we talk about the criteria, now along with the senior citizen belonging to BPL category, other citizens who have monthly income not more than 15,000, do mind this, if any senior citizen have the monthly income more than 15,000, then it is expected that they can buy the devices. But in 15,000 a person would have to take care of himself also, maybe the family also, so they might not be able to feel free to buy the devices, right? So this revision was done in 2020-21, where now the beneficiary criteria has been extended initially from BPL to now 15,000. Even if any senior citizen have monthly income below 15,000, they will come under this particular scheme. Now this scheme will be implemented by, of course it is a part of social empowerment, but it will be implemented by Artificial Limbs Manufacturing Corporation of India. Again, LMCO, you should remember the full form. And here of course we are talking about the devices, assisting devices, right? So this is by implemented by Artificial Limbs Manufacturing Corporation of India. And what is it? It is a PSU under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. It is a public sector undertaking under the Social Justice and Empowerment Ministry. Okay, I hope this component is also clear. Next component we talked about livelihood and skilling initiative, where we understood the senior citizen will get a chance to again to have a for re-employment or to have a employment again, right? So the first one was, again remember the full form, Senior Able Citizen for Re-employment in Dignity. So for that what will be done? So there will be a portal that will be formed. Okay, sacred portal will be formed, in which the senior citizen, they can add their resume, their work experience, their skill, everything, how much they have done, what they have done, everything that they can do. And then the human resource department or cells of various private enterprise, they can just go through it, and then they can look at that if that particular resume suits to what the company demands, right? So this can be done. Okay, second we are talking about action group aimed at social reconstruction. In that we have understood. So if you look at the first one, if you look at, it is a kind of regular 9 to 5 job thing that we are talking about. But what if now after 60 years of age, now the person wants to have some business, right? So in such cases that can be done. Self-help groups will be promoted. Okay, they will be this will be encouraged. And what will be the name that will be given? Action groups aimed at social reconstruction. Okay, and see here the financial assistance will also be provided. We know in SHG the financial assistance is provided by the government, right? So assistance under the scheme to any SHG, you have to take care. We are talking about for SHG specifically, to the group who actually now wants to do something new. For the SHGs, whatever assistance that will be provided, it will be independent, means it will not be actually included in some other assistance that has been provided. For example, I am a senior citizen, I have taken benefit of some other social security scheme that is for senior citizen. Now that will be excluding, that will be different, and the whatever money I will take for SHG under the SHG, that will be different, means it would not be like that. And we know that in various scheme it is the mandatory thing that if you have already taken benefit from some other such like scheme, okay, then you are not eligible for that particular scheme, right? So I've already taken for example I've already taken loan under one type of scheme, I cannot again take loan under some other type of scheme, right? But in this case it is not like that, because see, all these schemes are senior citizens. So it's not like that if I have taken some for example in Rashtriya Vayoshree Yojana I took some benefit, okay, so I have taken a benefit of social security scheme, but it does not mean now I cannot take for the SHG, right, or financial assistance for it. Or so I hope this doubt is clear. Why I am not adding more to it? Because there are other senior citizen schemes as well. What I'll do in the next one, I'll add all the welfare schemes that are for senior citizen, because in that, then in better way you will going to understand that there are various schemes where financial assistance is provided to the senior citizen. And in this case also we are providing with financial assistance, but here we are not talking about some personal assistance, we are talking for the particular group, right? So that is why it will be independent of the assistance under any other scheme. Okay, I hope you get this doubt. Financial assistance are in many way, but in this particular case it will be independent of any other scheme. Okay, so that is also one point. Next is promoting silver economy. So basically here the aim is to encourage the entrepreneurs, because entrepreneur, they come up with new ideas, innovation that will help the society, right? So under this one, the entrepreneurs, they are encouraged to think about the problems of elderly and come out with innovation solutions. Okay, so what does it mean? Whatever entrepreneur they will whoever entrepreneur, they will come up with the innovation that will actually going to help the problems of the elderly people. It will soothe them or solve them. Government will provide some backup for it. And what the government will do, the government aims to achieve the objective. How will they achieve this objective of silver economy? By providing up to rupees 1 crore as financial assistance through equity participation. Means some shares will be will they will be part of the shares through an open invitation on a portal, namely Senior Care Aging Growth Engine. So they have made a particular portal, that is Senior Care Aging Growth Engine. Again, very important to remember the full form. Okay, so under this full form you can just pitch your ideas and government will help. Okay, they will provide with assistance through equity participation. Okay, I hope you get this. And next is channelizing CSR. So we have understood corporate social responsibility fund for elderly care. So here you just remember this one, schedule 7th of section 135 of Company Act. It says to provide facilities for senior citizen under CSR funding. Okay, yes, schedule, it can be asked. Okay, however it is not that important, the chances are not that high, but still it can be asked, because such questions of Company Act, it has been asked in previous years. Okay, that is why I'm just saying, just read it through. Schedule 7 of section 135 of Company Act, it says what it says: to set up old age homes, daycare homes and such facility for senior citizen, okay, under the CSR funding. Now again, this was the news. And here, see, there I have added one link in this, all the social welfare schemes for senior citizen you can find in this is a old link. It is, I think, of 2022 or 2021, I don't remember, sorry. But I've explained you everything in detail, that's for sure. Okay, and it's not like that I have explained you and still I'm providing you with the link ki yaar khud kar lena. The reason is because I know who are sincerely preparing for examination, they don't just rely on one source. And let's be honest, you should not just even though everything I have given up to you, but still just go through it. This particular links, the links whichever I'm sharing, they are of uttermost importance. I'll just say that just go through this link. There are other various important schemes are also that is mentioned in this. Just go through that and you can always utilize these schemes in your examination, that is for sure. Okay, so here's the homework for you all. The scheme was previously known as, this is the first question. Second is you have one choose the correct option type of question. Okay, and these are the toppers of the last session. Thanga, Roja, Gyanendra, Mili said the right answer. I don't know why you write one. Rajit said the right answer, Impana said the right answer, Rishabh said the right answer, and Akshay, I hope the session was fruitful. And Naman, see, in this particular these lectures we cover government schemes only, right? So we have some of the videos made on census 2011 and SECC. You can just search it by writing EduTap in front of it, right? And if you won't find it, of course, when the revision marathons will be done, we'll add in those as well. Okay, but what I can do from my end, I can convey this to the respective faculty, and I'll ask them to make a video on it. Okay, so I hope that would be fine. So that's all in this video. If you like the video, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of this and every lecture that we provide here on YouTube. And if you want me to cover any scheme, do let me know. Otherwise, next time what we'll do, we'll cover all the welfare schemes of senior citizens, because they are being in news for a time now. And after that, we'll just look at it with whichever scheme needs to be covered. Okay, so all the very best for examination, and thank you.